Hi, my name is Kopal and I'm from Crown Heights. And I painted 10 different records, with each record having a part of creation on it. And it was as an installation to express the idea that creation's happening all around us every second of the day. When we create something, we tap into a higher source that just transcends ourselves. And we're continuing the process of creation when we create things of our own. And so it's very important that each person uses their talents and gifts to create stuff, because it's actually a very holy thing. We make creation our own and we connect to it on a personal level.
My name is Adina Lipsker and I made 2 paintings. My first painting is a light bulb and it represents the human potential within your relationship with God. There's, within the light bulb, there's a scale. I made a scale to show that only through balance and like emotional equilibrium can you actually attain a really good relationship with God. But that's only on a very human level, and it's only the first level. So it's in black and white and it's a light bulb to show that it's limited. Then the second painting is of a woman, and she's above the clouds, and she is surrounded by these raindrops that have fire inside them. The raindrops with the fire inside them are actually one of the 10 makos, and they represent paradox within this world. You can only have that paradoxical reality if you have achieved a godly reality, and you can only do that by transcending your own human capabilities and becoming a vessel for godliness. And once you do that, you can achieve way more than your human capacity. So these 2 paintings represent the philosopher and the artist. And the philosopher is a very logical, analytical way of looking at the world, and that's why it's black and white. And the artist is a whole different reality, because it's receptive to color and differences within people, and it's open to a higher experience, a higher spiritual experience. The biggest difference between the philosopher and the artist is that the philosopher can only see that 1 + 1 = 2, and the artist can see that 1 + 1 = a greater 1. And that's what I've learned throughout this experience and throughout this process. And that's, I think, a really high connection.
Hi, I'm Toiby Soffer, and the first piece that I did is actually 4 individual paintings. Each painting is a different season, and they represent the different times in a person's life. So it starts with autumn going into winter, and those are the difficult times, and then it's spring into summer, and those are the better times. Each season has a body of water, because Chassidus is represented by water, because like water, Chassidus is a life source. There's a body of water in each season because it represents that in the hard times we need Chassidus to keep us grounded and help us get through things. But even in the good times, in the summer, we need to stay connected to our life source.
Hi, my name is Chaya. I'm from Huntington, New York. My painting represents the spheres and how in our faces we can reflect what's inside our soul in those 7 spheres. The word for face is panim, and it also means like inside, and our face reflects what our essence is, and our soul can show through in our face, and the way that it shows is with the spheres. Our divine soul is the innermost part of us, and when we are most in touch with our inner selves, our face can reveal an aspect of our soul. It says that God made humans in His image, and this means that the emotional capabilities that God uses to reveal Himself to us are present in our human hearts. And with the ability to reveal the divine qualities within us, we can bring more godliness and goodness into our world. And when we are most in touch with our inner selves, our face can reveal an aspect of our soul.
My next painting is a little boy with a lantern, and he's looking out into an empty ocean, and people come to him and they ask him, "Why are you standing here? The ocean is empty." And little boy says that, "I believe that the ship will come because the captain is my father." And the little boy is a metaphor for us, and we're standing with the lantern looking out into the ocean, which expresses the world. And we trust that the ship will come with the captain, who is Mashiach, and we still wait. We still trust that the ship will come.
Hi, my name is Basia Wunsch and I'm from Miami, Florida. My first painting talks about who we are. So Kabbalah explains that we are 5 masks which both reveal and conceal us. So firstly, we're nefesh, the hard and unchanging rocks of our nature. The same way an animal is, our tendencies, our desires, all those things. So that part of us is like set in stone, and that's just what makes us like basic level living and human. Then we are ruach, which is like it represented in the painting as wind, which is our emotions, which give us another level of depth, which changes the way we feel, who we love. That's the next level of ourselves. Then we are neshama, which is represented in the painting as water, which is like the well springs of our intellect and our ability to think and our ability to teach others, our ability to retain information. And then we are Chaya, which is our ability to transcend all that. And that's represented in the painting as the sun, and it's in the sky, and it's showing that we're above our nature, our emotions, our intellect. We're above all of that. So that's the level of Chaya. But even deeper than that, we're the level of Yechida, which in the painting is just white, which shows that our Yechida has our essence, and our essence has no form. It has no image. It's just who we are essentially. And the same light that is in all of our essence is that's the essence of God, and it's in every person, and that's truly and essentially who we are. And when I presented the painting by presentation, there was a light in each of the masks to show that in every level of the mask there is Yechida. Usually we don't get to see that we're this level of Yechida, and we usually function through either our tendencies, our emotion, our intellect, or occasionally our transcendence, and usually we don't channel our Yechida or even see our Yechida in the regular world. And I used to think that like if you wanted to have a relationship with God, you had to like get rid of everything else and just like focus on like essence and get rid of all the other masks. But really each of the masks is a part of us, and each one can be used for God, and each one contains essence. All of them together create who we are. That's why the entire painting is one face, to show all of the masks make up a person.
Hi, my name is Muchnik. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. My painting represents the relationship between God and the Jewish people. It's a depiction of the process in which we enter into a relationship with God by choosing Him. So the veil that she's wearing represents the idea that some things have to believe to be seen. Seeing isn't believing, believing is truly seeing. She is depicted as a part of the mountains because she is one with nature, and a very big way that I connect to God is through nature. It's not about climbing the mountain, but it's about wherever you are in life, you can connect to God from wherever you are. It's not about getting to a certain point. It's about any state of mind that you're in, any place that you're in life. He's always there, and He's waiting for us. It's just about us choosing to connect with Him.
The next piece that I did is representative of marriage. So the sun is the male energy and the giver, and the moon is the female energy and the receiver. They're combined because in marriage the giver and the receiver come together, and the female energy becomes a vessel for the godly energy that the sun and the male counterpart brings into the marriage. The job of the female energy is to bring down that energy that she got from the sun and bring it into her family and her home and make a godly experience for all of them. That's what the drips are. They're the energy coming through the moon from the sun and bringing it down into the water, which is the emotional aspect of their lives, and then on the other side it comes down into the mountains, which is the physical aspect of their lives. But part of their job in marriage is to combine the two and make a fully godly experience in family and home. And that's why the water flows through the mountains, because they're doing their job of bringing together the emotional and physical aspects of godliness into their lives.
My next painting is a teva, and it's the teva coming out of the marble into the new world, and it expresses the idea of second chances, how God gave the world a second chance after the marble to start over. I made it for Pesach Sheni, which is a day of second chances, to show the gift of second chances that God gives us every day, and we should take our second chance.
My second painting is representative of Sfiras HaEmer. The letters in the sky are white to show light as it appears in the higher realms, and people think that it's no color, but really white is when all the colors come together, it makes white, if you've ever seen a prism. So when light and energy is like higher up, it's all like together, and all like the spheres, like Hashem does, like has chesed, gvura and everything, but they all exist like together as one. When it comes down into our world, like during Sphira, we work on each midah and we refine them and we give them like into their separate colors. So it starts in the middle of the vessel, which is us, with chesed, which is blue, and then it goes out, and we work on each Sphira, and we like refine that midah in ourselves, and we like actualize that midah in this world. And when we do this process and we bring the light into this world, like, and concretize it here and give it color, then we change the actual ground, we change the actual earth. And that's how the Sheva Minim, which are also representative of our midas, are able to grow here, and we really make a dira.
The next piece that I did is kind of connected to the first one, and it's a tree, and I did it in a stop motion because it represents personal growth. So it starts off that the roots are growing and there are thorns in the roots, which represent the difficult things in a person's past. As it grows, it forms a separation in the tree trunk, but it continues to grow and it sprouts flowers, because it's saying that your past will always be a part of you, but you shouldn't let yourself be defined by things that have happened to you. So you should take those experiences and use them to grow.